Alright, so today we've got a later than usual upload because, well, if you have not seen, I actually just made the official teaser trailer for the update live over on the FISCH YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to show you guys the entire trailer, break it down without spoiling too much because obviously I am the person that created this trailer, but I'll give you guys the full breakdown and maybe even some things that you potentially missed, as well as confirm something that's kind of insane, which we've been talking about now for the last couple weeks. So as you can see right here, I've got the raw file. We're going to go over everything inch by inch here. In total, we got 1 minute and 40 seconds worth of content to sort of go over here. But let's go ahead and sort of just play it through for one time. If you notice right here, this is the more common room that we've seen a lot already. We got each side a different sort of mini game or a puzzle that we have to do. This is the green light, red light. We've sort of already seen all of this, fairly straightforward. You just stop whenever he turns around. When he looks the other way, you keep going until you make it to the end, and then you finally have to get that code, which we saw in one of the previous trailers. Here, same exact thing. Platforms fall. You need to go ahead and jump from platform to platform until you make it to the end, and then you finally get the second portion of the code, which you will use to open up this vault right here. What's inside is a mystery, and you'll find out tomorrow morning. But let's go ahead and continue on here. This is also another one of the puzzles. It's just sort of a very small percentage of the puzzle. As a matter of fact, it's kind of like the very end of it. I didn't even decide to show the entirety of it. Then here we've got ourselves a new area to fish. That is by far one of the coolest fish that I saw, and I wanted to show it to you guys in the actual trailer. This is again another one of the puzzles. We're sort of like rapid firing through this, but I am going to go frame by frame, and I showed another fish there. Then we get into the really sweet stuff, which is obviously the confirmation of the good old Kraken. I know there was a lot of sort of talks here and there about whether it was a Kraken, whether it was a Echidna, whether it was this and that. I don't even know. Dude, I got made fun of so much about this whole Greek mythology thing, when at the end it just turned out to be Kraken. But anyways, like I was saying, now we're going to sort of go through this piece by piece here, starting with the first scene right here. Like I mentioned, this is a hallway that breaks into 3 different directions. You got the middle, which is the vault that you open up when you use your code. To the right hand side, you have yourself the falling platforms, and then to the left hand side, it is the green light, red light. On top of that, you'll notice that on my back, I do have one of the brand new rods. I can't give you any more details besides that, but just know that it is a new rod. Then we sort of go ahead and pan the camera here. I already told you about that, so let's go ahead and move on to the next sort of slide here. Again, fairly straightforward for this one. Don't really want to spend too much time here. This is just sort of the green light, red light event, or I guess puzzle, not really event. It's fairly straightforward. I don't really think anybody's going to have a hard time with this one. And then again, here, same exact thing. I feel like this whole entire room is probably going to be one of the more easier ones, and sort of the one that a lot of people are probably going to leave for last, because there is way more complicated ones. Now, this is the other part. So again, this room does open, and there is something going on, multiple things going on the other side. So it is going to be sort of important to go ahead and actually open this door. So by no means do I want you guys to think that this is content that can be completely skipped, because it's super easy. There is actually an important reason why you need to open this door. We will move on from that. I have nothing else to say. As I mentioned before, this is a sort of a portion of a puzzle. More specifically, it is the ending of it. Now, technically speaking, it's a puzzle that can be done with 2 people. It'll be a lot easier and a lot quicker if you do it with 2 people, but it isn't exactly required. Obviously, tomorrow during the live stream, we'll go more into detail on that. But as we transition over to the next screen here, as I mentioned before, this one right here is probably one of the cooler looking fish that I did see while I was sort of fishing around and exploring and looking for different snippets that I wanted to use for the trailer. I came across this fish right here, and I was like, dude, I need to include this. It looks super sick. It's nothing like what we have in the game right now. And I don't know, I just thought it looked really unique. Unfortunately, I can't share what the name is, but I am curious to see what you guys think it is. So let me know in the comment section, because it's actually a pretty common fish that, how can I say this without providing too much info? It's kind of like a luxurious fish, I guess, if that makes sense. So let's see your guesses in the comments. Now over here, we get into a puzzle that I can actually get a little more into detail with. If you notice, we go ahead and place down a shark, and there is 2 other pedestals here. So there's one over here on the left side, and there is another one on the right hand side over here. So take that as you will, man. I gave you the answer to pretty much one of them, which is the whale shark right in the center. To keep it as cryptic as possible, these are not the only pedestals that you're going to be seeing. There is quite a lot of them inside of there. But anyways, moving on to this next slide, this is another one of those fish that as soon as I caught it, I was like, bro, I need to include this in the video. In the background, this is also another area, just like the previous one, where you need to gain access in order to fish some really, really cool looking fish. Now, if you look on the right side, very, very far away, you'll probably notice that there is a totem laying up against the wall right over there. That's pretty much all the details that I can give you about the totem. But if we go one extra slide over, on the left-hand side, you'll notice that there is a brand new rod over there, and it looks awfully familiar to the rod that the statue has been holding, which we've been talking about now for the last 2 or 3 days. Then finally, of course, we move into the final portion, which is the good old Kraken. This one is a fairly, a bit of a fight. I'm not going to lie to you. We're actually going to go ahead and rewind here through the trailer because there also is a couple of rods that I went ahead and didn't mention. But as I said at the start of the video, this one right here is a brand new rod. This one is also a brand new rod. Then we move into the next one, which I'd like to point out. Wait, no, just kidding. This is also a brand new rod. Then we move into this one. I specifically want to move into this one because I want to clarify that this is actually not a new rod. So take that as you will. I guess at this moment, you should probably go into the comment section and start making your guesses on what rod that actually is. Then for the next one, we've got ourselves another brand new rod, which I feel like a lot of people are going to guess what rod this is pretty quickly. And then as we move into this slide right here where we were putting down the shark, you'll notice that I am using that rod, which was shown numerous times on the statue over the last couple of days. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that for the rest of the time, I pretty much used that rod. So that's pretty much it for that, except there is technically one more rod that could easily be missed in the trailer if you don't sort of go frame by frame here. But if you take a look right about, let's see, where is it? Right there. So if you look right back there, we might even be able to see it. Yeah, there it is. This red rod right here, that is also another one. So there is quite the amount of rods in the game, dude. There's a lot of them. I don't even think that I was able to go ahead and get every single one. So tomorrow when we're live, some of them are even still going to be a surprise for me. Even though technically speaking, you guys are probably going to have a full guide video going live as soon as I go live. So maybe I won't be completely surprised. Now there technically is one other thing that I want to sort of include here. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is confirmed at this point or if it was just in the testing for a certain period of time. But yes, at one point during my entire recording, I did level up to level 751. If you're in the Fish Discord server, then you know that the devs have been sort of trolling for the last couple of hours about increasing level to level 1000, about adding rebirths and all that crazy stuff. I didn't see anything about rebirths, but as a matter of fact, as I'm recording this video, the test server has officially gone live. So if you're interested in checking it out, I will have a link to that at the very top of the comment section, unless I completely forget. Remind me. As sort of a warning to all of you, the only thing I can really say is make sure that you guys are saving up a lot of money. As I mentioned before, there is a crazy amount of brand new rods in this update, and yeah, majority of these are unlockable through just puzzles that are more kind of like interactive than something like, for example, the Exalted one, where you needed to have just like an absurd amount of mutated relics. To keep it as cryptic as possible, just make sure that you save a lot of money and save a lot of fish. Don't sell a lot of your fish. Trust me, you'll thank me later. But yeah, man, it was really fun recording the trailer and pushing it out for you guys so you can take a look at the brand new update. I'm sorry this video is going up super duper late, borderline almost the next day. As soon as I end this, I will be getting started on the full guide video, which I will have out for you guys early in the morning as soon as the update drops. So as always, make sure that you drop a like on this, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you do not miss my videos, my streams, and my shorts, which I will get back to very, very soon. I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded a short in a couple days. It's just been really hectic as we lead up to the Atlantis update, having to do a bunch of different stuff. Either way, man, with that being said, this is my sellout moment. Make sure that you guys go ahead and use StarCode Carbon when buying Robux or Roblox Premium. This means that Roblox has to pay your boy in cold, hard cash, and I always love it when Roblox pays me. But with that being said, man, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.